Alright folks, doing my famous spaghetti. Now, nobody on the planet spaghetti that I tremendous. What we have in the works right now, we got a pot of boiling water. Obviously we're gonna throw some of those noodles in the boiling water. Same time, we got garlic and olive oil. Over here we got ground sirloin, cooling Italian sauce. I'm gonna unsleeve those Italian sausages and mix it in. You'll notice that in most of my videos I use ground sirloin. It's like steak grounded up, so it makes it so much better. Yeah, it's a bit more pricey, but who cares? We want it to taste good. Here we got mushroom, cream cheese, some noodles that we're getting ready to add to the boiling water, tomato sauce, milk. Stay tuned. Alright folks, this is my signature plate, okay? Nobody else out here has my spaghetti. This is it, okay? Everyone that's tried it loves, okay? It's just one of those dishes that I've made up on the fly. One night, I was making spaghetti. It's a usual night, and I decided to add a couple of ingredients that are not traditional, and I like to call it Indian spaghetti cuisine, but don't get it twisted. It's tremendous. Okay, so right now, we have boiling water with our noodles in it. Okay, we got olive oil and garlic. We're getting ready to add our mushrooms. Once we saute the mushrooms, everything's good and good. Then we're gonna add the ground sirloin and our Italian sauce. Alright folks, see that? That's a noodle on the wall. That's how we know that our spaghetti is done. Well, the noodle. So I'm gonna take this out and then we're gonna start cooking them. Okay folks, okay, so we've got olive oil and garlic in the skillet style. Okay, we're gonna wait for this 60 seconds, then we're gonna add the mushrooms. Alright folks, you can smell it and you can hear it. We got the garlic and the olive oil. Ooh. Just waiting for the mushrooms. See that? That's what I'm talking about. We're adding our chopped mushrooms. We're going to saute these for like 30 to 60 seconds. Alright. Cut them up a little bit here. The smaller the better, right? Because we don't want to sit there and be chewing up mushrooms while we're eating spaghetti. You get the deal. It smells so good. I've done this hundreds of times. Spaghetti is my forte. You know, when you're single, you want to cook a good meal for yourself, something that's cheap. Eventually one day you're like, you know what? I gotta change things up. I gotta make my spaghetti better. And if you're like me, I eat the same thing every night for like 2 weeks at least. If it's something good, I keep making it. And so this is the kind of dish that I'm handing over to you, the viewers, because I'm that kind of guy. Alright, so look, our mushrooms are good. They're ready to go. Now we need to add meat. Okay folks, so we added the meat and the Italian sausage to our mushrooms and garlic and olive oil. Next we want to make sure that the Italian sausage is mixed in quite nicely with the ground sirloin and the rest of the fixture, because you don't want to have Italian sausage like not mixed in. The great part about this spaghetti is that the Italian sausage and the ground beef at the least, but if you want to make it taste the best, ground sirloin. So Italian sausage, ground sirloin, mixed in together. You want to make sure that you get both of those meats nice and mixed together fully. And neither one of them are isolated from the mix. You want to get a bite of just Italian sausage. You want to get a bite of both of the ground beef or the Italian sirloin and the Italian sausage. This is the most important part of this dish, getting the two meats mixed together and making sure that none of it's burnt and all of it's brown before we start adding the milk, the tomato sauce, and the cream cheese and the curd. Those are the final touches. After all, we have the noodles already ready to go. So after this meat's ready and cooked with all the sauce, the tomato sauce, the milk, the cream cheese, all that melted in, then you just lay it down on top of your bed of noodles. This is how you do spaghetti, okay? You don't just throw ground beef to a skillet, cook it and throw tomato sauce on it, and then throw some noodles in a pot and cook those until they're done and throw it on. That's basic. If you want to be basic and you want to go home at the end of the night and you want to have what 90% of all the other people are eating, you do that. But you want to have something extraordinary that doesn't cost a lot, really easy, add in and spice up the rest of your dish here. I'm telling you what, I'm giving you this recipe and you invite over whoever you enjoy being around and you make it for them, and I'm telling you what, they're going to thank you for it. Okay, so you see how this is all ground up nicely. I chopped it up. It's almost brown. Once it's brown, we're going to add in the sauce. Tomato sauce and milk and cream cheese. Okay folks, ground beef, Italian sausage ready to go. Now, what are we going to add? We're going to add our cup of milk. Alright. Cup of tomato sauce. We're going to add our cream cheese. We're going to add some curry. Curry, you kind of to your liking, you'll get used to it, but you know, 8 to 10 shakes. Now what we want to do here is kind of mix the tomato sauce, the milk in, but primarily what we want to do before we actually put our meat sauce onto the noodles is to make sure that the cream cheese is melted completely and mixed in and evenly dispersed. Okay? Now, my cousin, I made this for him a couple of weeks ago. And on top of him just loving the taste of it, he was really happy because I made him a spaghetti that didn't upset his stomach. You know, the citric acid, the tomato sauce, and a regular spaghetti will upset your stomach. But because we have the cream cheese and we have the milk in here, it balances everything out. On top of that, the taste is just so much better. I dubbed this the Indian spaghetti cuisine. But if you don't like Indian food, you can make this without the curry. And you can put in whatever other spice you want. Or you don't have to put any spice in it. Without the curry, it's way better than regular spaghetti. Okay, look at that consistency. Okay, so you can tell that this is almost done. Look at this. You get a big old loaf of Italian bread and you dip it in there. Oh, this is to die for. Okay, so this is ready to throw in our noodles. Alright. Okay, the final touches. Got enough meat on there, so now we're just going to add sauce. And obviously the final fixings you want to add to this: some Parmesan, some cracked pepper, and of course you can't do without Italian bread to dip it all in. Yet another plate from Skillet Skills. Give us a like, subscribe, and in the comments leave me what you want me to make next, okay? Enjoy.